Christmas, there is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I want the Colts winds to grow more than you could ever know. Make my wish come in. All I want for Christmas is wins. I don't want a lot for Christmas, just give Bryson a go. I don't care about the presents, I'll take a lump of coal. I don't need to hang my stocking, keep the arena rocking. Santa Claus will make me happy, bring some shutouts, make it snappy. I just want the Colts to roll more than you could ever know. Make my wish come in. All I want for Christmas is wins. Wins, baby. Oh, I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting, bring a healthy Linden to the show. I won't make a list and send it a West slap shot, you can't defend it. I won't even stay up late, send Liam out to agitate. 'Cause I just want some wins tonight. Being rich would feel so right. What more can I do? Oh baby, all I want for Christmas is wins. Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas, this is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see some wins. We've gotten some, but want some more. I just want the wins to grow more than you could ever know. Make my wish come in. Oh baby, all I want for Christmas is wins. Hey, hey.
And the Colts have taken to the ice for the final time of 2025. This is a game against the Chilliwack Bruins that happened out in Chilliwack on December 16th, an extremely rainy and stormy night, which seems appropriate for how the Colts are probably feeling about this one. They're probably not feeling much of a Christmas spirit going into the break towards this team from Chilliwack, because the last time these two teams played, back at the beginning of the regular season, the Colts held a 4-0 lead entering the third period of that game at home in Cloverdale and ended up losing that game outright 5-4. So one of the more disappointing losses of the year, looking to be avenged here by the Colts today in Chilliwack. And they will have the benefit of fine recent form to attempt to do that here today. The Colts have not lost in 4 games, and they've won the last 2 in a row. 3-0-1 in their last 4 games, and looking to go into the break on a winning streak. They will also have the benefit of a mostly intact roster. Everyone is here with the exception of Mitchell, unable to make it out to Chilliwack for this game, as well as backup goaltender Nate, unable to attend, and no call-ups from A2 available. So just Sahaj here tonight to start the game and be the only goalie available. And so with all that said, let's jump to the first period. We're going to start off with Jackson Mumm taking the puck through neutral zone. Watching the background, you see Noah changing. And as Jackson brings this in, he drops it to Jackson Davis, throws it on net. Rebound comes out to Mack, who came off the bench. He directs that towards the net. Chilliwack goalie covers it. Here's Tyler and Liam down low, forechecking, and Mack in the middle of the ice somehow avoids getting an interference penalty for that hit. Then he tries to pick up the rebound off that West slap shot, but he can't quite corral it. And while the Colts avoided a penalty there, they're not going to be able to avoid one here. This player coming through the middle, and Leo's going to make knee-to-knee contact with him as he cuts in there. And that's going to be a tripping penalty to Leo, sending the Colts to the penalty kill here in this game. And as Chilliwack moves this puck up the middle of the ice, you're going to see an uncharacteristic stumble and fall from Nathan that allows the Chilliwack player to walk in and put the puck over top of Sahaj's glove, and the Bruins have an early 1-0 lead. Colts looking to bounce back from that. This puck gets swatted into their zone, and Linden picks it up, weaves his way through the middle, cuts in, and takes a wrist shot on the right side there, but the goalie gets his leg down and kicks it aside. Chilliwack now coming in hard on the right side. There's a high, hard shot from a bad angle. You can see Sahaj gesturing towards the referee that had popped his helmet straps loose, and so he was kind of in a dangerous position. He still slid across, and looks like he maybe made another save across there, but the helmet comes off, and we're going to get that repaired before play can continue. And when it does, we're going to see Chilliwack on this rush. And as this puck gets centered, it's going to get deflected by the defender. And this Chilliwack player is going to knock it down out of the air and then quickly sweep it past Sahaj on the blocker side. So a bit of a lucky one there from Chilliwack, but hard work off the rush has paid off, and they have a 2-goal lead. Here's some hard work by the Colts on the forecheck. Arjun coming in, putting on pressure on this defender, and then he's going to disrupt the play, steal the puck from him. He's got it up high in the high slot. He whips it on net, but a blocker save to the corner from the goalie. Period winding down. Here's a good pinch by Nathan. He has support in behind him, so he can afford to do that. But then the support also pinches down. It gets chipped past them, and now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Defender plays it well, then attacks, and then good shot up high on the glove side is saved by Sahaj. So we go to the second period, still 2-0. Here come the Colts on the rush. Richard moves it to Jackson Davis. He risks that through. It gets blocked, and then Richard tries to get it, but Jackson Mumm following that sweeps it on net. Jackson Davis knocks the player down. It squeaks out to Bryson, who's got a good look through a bunch of bodies, and somehow that doesn't find its way through to the back of the net. Now we have Tyler bringing it through the neutral zone, weaving his way across. He's got Arjun going towards the net, so he puts it through to him. Arjun reaches out to try to tip it. Puck is rattling around loose. Jackson Anderson's there as well. Then Arjun comes in and spears at the goalie's pad, and that's going to cause a crowd to come in, but ultimately the puck stays out. Here's some really nice work by Noah in the neutral zone to create a turnover and a 2-on-1 the other way. He's got Seth going hard to the net, so he tries to do a shot pass off the pads out to him, but the goalie swallows it up. Here's a puck that Chilliwack puts up towards the Colts line. West bumps it back, but a Chilliwack player picks that back up, weaves his way through the zone dangerously, and then makes a sharp drop pass to the trailer, who gets a great shot off, and then an even better save there from Sahaj with the toe. This shot wide here from Chilliwack is going to result in the puck going to the corner, and there's going to be a prolonged puck battle for it along the wall. And then you can see Jackson Anderson leave the front of the net, come in there, and check that player from behind, sending him falling forward dangerously close to the boards. So he's going to end up with a charging penalty out of that sequence. And so Chilliwack going to work it around on the power play to the middle, throw it towards the net. Nice save by Sahaj. Rebound out there, but the players in front of the net have disrupted that enough that they can't get a follow-up shot from it. But the power play does continue. Play going to get moved over to this player, number 8. He's going to walk in all alone on the left side and put a sneaky little shot past the blocker on the short side. And now, over the last 2.5 periods, Chilliwack has scored 8 unanswered goals against the Colts. So the Colts will be looking to turn the tide here. And here's a neat little play between Jackson and Arjun as they play give and go with each other a couple of times before setting Arjun up for this good chance from right in front. Here's a face-off win by Noah that goes back to Leo. He quickly whips it on net. The rebound comes off the end wall. Seth tries to sneak it past the goalie. Then both Noah and Leo had chances at it as it skipped through the crease with an open net, but unsuccessful. Colts getting a lot of chances, and here's another one. Seth chips it around the defender, throws it right out front to Leo, who dekes to his left. Looks like maybe his space, but well tracked there by the Chilliwack goalie. Colts are starting to pile up the chances now. Here they are in a puck battle behind the net that Jackson Mumm is going to come out of the scrum with the puck. He's going to see Richard going hard on the net, put it right on the tape. Can't quite handle it first, but he does get it after a second and then directs it towards the net, but the goalie has it. Here comes that line again. Here comes Jackson Mumm. He holds up, throws it across to Jackson Davis, who throws it towards the net, gets blocked. But watch in front. Richard gets launched into the net. His stick hits the crossbar, then goes flying back to the high crease, and then blocks the puck that was headed towards Jackson Mumm. Didn't matter ultimately, though, because Richard in the net and the net coming off, the whistle went. But it looked like maybe his stick was going to prevent a golden scoring chance there. It isn't all Colts, though. Chilliwack going to try and stretch their lead and put this one out of reach. A nice move at the blue line, then a pass across. Sahaj is there. Puck is laying loose in the crease. Tyler, having come down low, pokes it safely to the corner. Nice play by Tyler there. At this point, the Colts could just use a bounce to go their way to turn the tide in this 8-0 run that Chilliwack is on. And after this puck is tipped deep in their own zone, it's going to be battled for along the wall. Eventually, Jackson Anderson's going to get it. And he's just going to take a shot and turn to change. But as he does, he realizes he doesn't have to go to the bench because somehow that went through the goaltender and in. And the Colts are on the board and have some life going into the second half of this game. But their comeback attempt is going to be momentarily stalled. Here we see Mac dump a puck in, waits for the players to be back on side. Then he goes in, and as he comes in to check this player, he gets his stick into the feet of the defender. And as Mac goes to the box for tripping, you can see he's not sure what to do. He puts his hands aside. You can see Bain gesturing towards the play as they discuss how that one went. So the Colts will want to desperately avoid giving up a power play goal here. And on this nice cross-eyed pass, Sahaj is going to do his part as he gets across quickly and sticks out the leg to make the save. So Chilliwack unsuccessful on their power play. Colts now back on the attack, trying to reduce this lead. And they're going to get a power play of their own. Watch in front of the net. Arjun got knocked down a little bit there. And as he's going back towards the back of the net, he gets cross-checked from behind. Maybe went down a little bit easy, but Colts will take it. It's going to be a power play here with just a couple minutes left in the second period, down 3-1. Jackson Davis going to put the puck over to Jackson Mumm, who tries to take it to the middle, really gets away with one there, maintains possession somehow, puts this back to Jackson Davis, who's just going to take a shot from out high, and that's going to find its way through all the bodies and into the net. And a power play goal have put the Colts only down by one. So if we watch this puck come through, you're going to see it catch the jersey there of the Chilliwack player in front, then the crossbar, and then down into the net. So fortunate bounce there by the Colts, which is exactly what they need given the run of play and the chances they've had. So now they're only down by one. It's 3-2. And as we head into the ice clean in the second intermission, you see the coaching staff on the bench trying to work out the plays. They're going to help the team complete this reversal of fortune and do the same comeback to the Chilliwack team that they did to them back in their home barn. And early in the period, that planning is going to pay off. Jackson Davis puts this off the side of the net. Jackson Mumm out front to Richard. He gets 2 cracks at it. The puck remains loose, though. Jackson Mumm has it again. He puts it over here to Bryson, who quickly whips it at the net. Jackson reaches in, tips it down underneath the glove of the goaltender. And the Colts have completed the comeback to turn this game into a tie. We've got a whole new game here in the third period. And now they're on the hunt for a lead. Here, Leo's going to read this puck well, whereas that defender doesn't. He jumps on it. He's in on a breakaway shot. Rebound is there, but the Chilliwack goalie does well to stick with it. Colts again going to run into penalty trouble, though. This puck gets cleared up the wall. Here comes Jackson Davis, moving very slowly, bumping into that player from behind, knocking him down. Like maybe you could give interference or checking from behind, but the referee's going to call that charging, which is strange considering the amount of gliding happening during it. But either way, penalty to the Colts and a power play for the Bruins. And on this power play, they're going to move it over to the right, take the shot, and Nathan gets his leg down and make the block, but he takes that right off the top of the laces. Believe me, folks, that one hurts, but he makes the big block, sacrificing the body here in this tie game. So a big kill there by the Colts, and now here comes Leo again, trying to get in behind the defenders. He gets taken down, and they slide together awkwardly into the boards, and it looks like maybe Leo's head made contact with the wall there. A bit of a scary play, but he is going to get up and be able to leave the ice on his own power. And later, Chilliwack's going to get an excellent opportunity to take the lead. Here they are hassling West behind the net. And then they're going to take this puck away and eventually get it behind the net with a quick pass out front. Player all alone, left unchecked, and he scoops it on net. But Sahaj comes up with a huge save to keep this game tied. Chilliwack keeps coming, though, looking to regain their lead. This player's going to take the puck behind the net, and there's another player all alone in front. And he has an empty net that seems to sweep it in, but Mack with a nice defensive play to intercept that pass. Colts lose this defensive zone draw, but some excellent work there by Jackson Davis to chip the puck to center, head in, then move it across to Jackson Mumm, who was all alone in front, but it's in his feet a bit. It kicks off his legs and towards the net, and the goalie covers it up. Less than 5 minutes left now. Chilliwack is under pressure. They throw this puck up the middle, and Linden does well to hold that in, throws it over to an open wing that Tyler picks it up, and he's going to come across the blue line, see Orson, who's going to come down the wall, throw that towards the net, and it's going to find a puck-sized hole above the blocker of the Chilliwack goaltender there. And let's have a look at this one again with the sound on. And the lesson I've learned from this one is if your mom yells at you to shoot from the crowd, you shoot, because the Colts now have a 4-3 lead. Chilliwack's not going to go down quietly, though. Here they come again. Rush up the ice, cutting to the middle. It's a round attempt from a block there from Nathan, and then 2 big saves again from Saj. That's easily the second and third of this period, and maybe more, where he's kept the Colts in this one and allowed them to retake the lead. Just 3 minutes left in this one. Chilliwack still pressing. They're going to have this puck come back to this player on the right. He's going to one-time it towards the net, but he misses, and it bounces off his foot and still goes towards the net. But Sahaj is luckily on it, and he covers that up before that player in front can corral it and attempt to put it into the net. Colt's going to try to look for some insurance. Here's an excellent stretch pass by Linden that finds Tyler on the far blue line, and he puts that up to Jackson Anderson, who's going to quickly put it back to Tyler for the one-timer. The goalie gets an arm on it. So with time running out, the Bruins are in desperation mode. 11 picks this up, going towards the net, and a nice stick there by Noah to deflect that wide, and then Seth picks up along the wall and just throws it down the ice, and it's dead center in the middle of the net. And the Colts have some insurance here and a 5-3 lead with about 14 seconds left in this game. And let's look back on this little play here from Noah. Not only did he defend the play and deflect the puck wide, he's also going to get credit for an assist on this empty net goal from Seth. And the Colts are going to come back from a 3-goal deficit and give Chilliwack a taste of their own medicine, deliver them some season's beatings here in the last game before the Christmas break. A break that will be much more enjoyable now that they're on a 3-game winning streak and a 5-game undefeated streak. So let's have a look at the stats for this game. A couple of players with 2 points and a lot of players with 1 point down the line. So again, a nice team contribution from everyone. So we'll have a look at the season stats as they stand now here at the break. You see Jackson Anderson and Jackson Mumm remaining at the top, then a 3-way tie for third from Tyler, Arjun, and Seth, and then just a bit of a log jam there in the middle, which is a good thing to have, which means you're getting contributions from all the lines. So let's have a look at the standings as they currently sit at the break. Richmond at the top of the table, followed by Burnaby, Chilliwack, and Vancouver, and then the Colts there in 5th place. But with their recent success, they're only 3 points now out of 1st place. And then the other gap that's incredibly important is 1 point out of 4th, because typically the top 4 teams get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. So very valuable to be in the top 4. So the Colts will be very focused on that in the second half. And that second half schedule, though not available quite yet for me to show you, will be pretty difficult. They'll have some of the better teams to play, and that's good because they are chasing some of those teams. So it's good to have head-to-head matches in an attempt to catch them. But it'll also be a compressed schedule as the team will be heading off to Arizona for a week in the middle of January for a tournament. So that's going to result in all the other games being squished up in a compressed schedule, which could prove difficult, but we'll have to see how it goes. Have a great holidays, everybody. We'll see you in January.